this is such a. I don't know if anybody else has this issue. Um, I filed for 24,000 in my flight plan, and then ATC told me to climb to 25,000, so I did it, and now they're telling me to descend to 24,000 again. It's like that's what I was planning on doing anyway. Until y'all changed it. We'll go down by 800 feet per minute. And we're actually gonna go manual, and we'll bring the throttle down while we descend, because I don't want to overspeed the aircraft. And we'll go back into finesse mode. I'm trying to set up this stream right, and then I can focus on the game after that. I want to make sure everything is going right. All right, let's get back to it. We got to start planning our landing now. Actually gonna set up a. I'm gonna go back into manual because I don't want to overspeed the aircraft. And for some reason, 250 is just a little bit too close to overspeeding. So, and that's what 0.52 knots is. It's like 250. So we're not gonna do that. All right. So let's look at our flight plan now. Um, we are currently on our way to MGA. At MGA, so we still like in the middle of our flight. I don't know what an RNAV approach is. I'm not gonna lie. I can do an ILS approach. I'm not familiar with the RNAV approach. So, runway 03. Runway 03. And they have no approaches available. Of course. Let's look at our phone real quick. I'm gonna go to Navigraphs on my phone. And go to airports. We're going to go to GMFI. Going to Morocco. Open charts. Approach. RNAV runway 03. Okay, so I gotta practice my RNAV approaches. So I don't really know what I'm looking at here. So we're basically just gonna do VFR. We're gonna follow our GPS. But let's set our descent rate. So the runway is at 5,500 feet. So we're gonna use the 7,000 feet. And we're gonna set our altitude at 7,000. Our top of descent is in 28 minutes. We'll turn on vertical navigation, and we got the path indicators there. So let's go ahead and fast forward. We're gonna fast forward to our top of descent. Oh, actually, before we do that, we're also going to put our throttle in manual mode. So I don't want to overspeed. And it tends to overspeed when you stay in, I don't know what FMS stand for, but basically when it follows your flight plan, it's trying to maintain 250 knots, which is not going to get there, but and when we get close, we're just going to cancel our IR flight plan. I think that's the best way. We got a really strong crosswind. It's like 57 degrees. Look at how much the aircraft is pitched. 18 minutes from our top of descent. Listening for that vertical track. minutes from our top of descent. We'll speed this up a little bit. Don't like to speed it up around the turns. That's for some reason, like when you're in the sim rate, when you speed it up and then you go through a turn, it's like it has a hard time maintaining a magenta line. It's like the GPS has a hard time following it almost. Alright, there's our vertical track, so we're about to start descending, at least we should. We should start descending. Alright, yeah, there we go. Plane is descending to 7,000. We'll follow the flight plan. Next waypoint is 8,500. So we'll descend to 8,500. I didn't even hear instructions.
Maintain flight level 240. Trail Alpha Lima India 1910.
Get back. My dog just came in here. I'm not listening to them because they always tell you at the last minute to start descending, and then you got to do like a steep descent, and then your passenger doesn't like it and you lose points. So I'm not climbing again. Like, we're descending already because we need to. We're already descending at 1,400 feet. If we go back up to 24,000, then it's gonna try to get back down. We're gonna have to be descending at like 2,500 feet. Alright, still descending. We might speed this up in a second. I'm not going back up to that, man. In 2 minutes and 45 seconds, we need to be in between 12,000 and 8,500 feet. Why would I start climbing back up to 24,000 feet? Makes no sense. And let's actually go back and look. Yeah, we definitely gotta start descending. Oh man. They gonna keep telling me I'm not gonna do it. Not listening. We might have to speed this up. We are going to increase our sim rate to kind of speed this up a little bit. No, we are not going to climb again. There's our descent. Holding pattern up there.
Fellow passengers, the frame is just cleared for landing. Let's take a moment to check that your seatbelt is fastened as we are starting to descend. Thank you.
Alright, I got a feeling it might start following this holding pattern, but we'll see. Alright, it is going to start making this turn. So, let's get our speed down, because we're about to be coming in for our landing. Go to manual, and we'll put our speed down to 140. This kind of came up on us quick. I wasn't paying attention. It's okay. Runway is right there. To actually descend lower than 8,500. We are coming up on 406. Now we're right on top. Contact tower on 1 tree, 1.0 when inbound on approach. The altitude of this runway is 5,500 feet. So we're only about 4,000 feet above the runway.
Tower, Trail Alpha Lima India 1910. south. Inbound, RNV runway 03 approach.
Trail Alpha Lima India 1910 Tower. QNH 101 Clear RNV runway 03 approach.
Got some weather here for sure. Still looking good. We're only about 2,000 feet above the runway, so we gotta keep that in mind. And I'm actually gonna control the throttle, so we're gonna take auto throttle off. So I'm gonna take control of the throttle now. We're on our base leg. We're technically about to turn final. It's kind of a long final. Okay, we're descending below the clouds, and we'll go gear down. We'll go gear down. We'll go 1 notch of flaps. We're below 150. We'll do 1 notch of flaps. Our landing speed is around 91 knots. So we want to be about at 100 when we're above the runway, or above the runway threshold. We want to cross the threshold at about 100 knots. What? Did y'all just see that? Like, more clouds just glitched in. It was all clear. That was crazy. Yeah, we're slowing down a little bit too much. We gotta give it a little bit more throttle. Alright, we got the runway in sight. Try to land a nice one. It seems we are a little high. It's okay though. We want to be at 7,000 feet when we cross this. And then and we got a little bit of a crosswind too. Cancel our IFR.
Tower, Trail Alpha Lima India 1910 would like to cancel IFR.
I didn't even hear any pattern entry instructions. See, this is what I mean. And now it say cancel landing intentions. I don't want to cancel my landing intentions. I want to still land.
1910 is unfamiliar with the area. Request directions to the airport.
Trail Alpha Lima India 1910. Airport is 12 o'clock 5 miles.
Oh my God. And there's nothing else I can do. Those are the only two options. And I feel like I'm not going to get credit for this mission now, because if I land, then it's going to say I'm landing without permission. Autopilot is off. It says fly to GMFI, which means I think they want me to overfly it. they don't want me to land on it, and if I land, it's probably gonna say I don't have permission to land. But they're not even giving me an option to request permission to land. I don't need to be IFR anymore. I don't know what that means. Boss, good night. Code breaking, good night. That's another thing. It always says flaps ice. It's gonna be pretty steep. We got a really bad crosswind. Well, not really bad, but it's a 10-degree crosswind.
500.
I don't think they're gonna give me credit for this landing. Okay, there it goes. Land on runway. Because the ATC been like acting up lately.
Shake rate. Shake rate. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up.
I hear you, lady. I hear you. That was a terrible landing. That was not a good landing, y'all. Terrible landing. This is a Vision Jet, the Cirrus Vision Jet. Okay, the whole short is in the middle of the runway. I'm shutting down, right? That's crazy. They want me to shut down right here. Okay, they want me to request it. So this is weird. Because they're not giving me any option to. We just gonna skip to the shutdown because it's not even giving me an option to request for taxing instructions. I know those are the lines, but I feel like they're gonna make me. They're gonna deduct me because I didn't request permission to taxi. There it is, and that's what happened last time. All right, let's go through shutdown.
I'll be recommended.
We'll shut down our engines. Watching these gauges. N1 and N2. Alright, let's turn off all that switches. Cool, we passed. I don't know why it's doing this. Y'all deserve that. 77% customer satisfaction. That landing was terrible. $205. The U.S. I am in the U.S. Let's So I've been flying like VIP missions with our charter company, but I'm trying to get some money because the VIP missions only pay like between 50 and probably like 250,000 per mission for like an hour's worth of work. Oh, Brazil, do you play Microsoft Flight Simulator? But yeah, so right now we have a caravan, but I don't really do too much. with that. So I'm trying to save up to purchase, I'm sorry, I said a caravan. We're trying to save up to get a caravan, but we have 172 right now. But this is our goal right here. We got 3.5 million. This one cost about 3.8 after we do all of the repairs that are going to be necessary. And I think the missions for the medium cargo pay a lot better than what you get with the VIP charter missions. If you want to make more money with the charter missions, then you gotta buy like a PC-24, which it's like I want to say 12 million or something, maybe more. I don't know. You gotta buy like a PC-24. Okay, yeah, you can get a PC-24 for like 4 million, but then you probably gotta repair it for another 2 million, so like $6 million to get a PC-24, and that aircraft is really hard to fly. Anybody else in here play oh, you're from Brazil, Rio de Janeiro. Never been. Do you play Microsoft Flight Simulator? Let's see. Let's go to, what am I doing? We're gonna do another mission. Because we should, let's see exactly how much we need in order to buy this plane. I might do this on live. Buy aircraft, we'll see used. And we're looking at that Grand Caravan. This one right here. That's the best value for the money. So the plane costs what, it's $250 to fix it, and it's basically 3.6. So we need $4.8 million, or $3.8 million. So we can probably get away with. We're gonna have to do 2 more flights. We need 2 more flights in order to get that. Because we got 3.5 million right now. So let's go back and look. We're looking for anything that pays like 200,000. Okay, that one pays 211. That might be our best bet. 202. Okay, that pays 225. Let's go for the 225. I don't know how to fly the A380, man. That's hard. That plane is like a different beast. I'm barely like I've never flown a plane. I'm not a pilot, but they I think they make this stuff kind of realistic a little bit. But the A380 is hard. I can't even fly a PC-24 yet. Like yeah, those jets ain't no joke. And this is like all the career mode. I'm doing freelance missions rather than doing the employee missions, because they pay a lot better. Like the freelance, you make a lot more, and as long as I don't total my airplane, then I'm not too bad. So I just try to make it a point not to crash, which I've been doing pretty good so far. So knock on wood. Finish our pre-trip. We're gonna go inside. The A380 would be nice though. If I knew how to fly it, I would absolutely use it. Alright, we're just gonna board right now. We're gonna request boarding.
Ground service. This is flight ALI 9810 parking 51. Clear to start passenger boarding.
Received, Captain. They're on their way. Have a good flight.
Ladies and
Skip
gentlemen,
over this.
welcome aboard.
Let's go. We should skip most of this. But we're trying to get the most money we can. I'm gonna try to go through this kind of fast because I'm trying to hurry up and finish this mission. We'll start the engines. We're not gonna wait for the screens to boot up. It'll be alright. And we'll request our IFR clearance now while we get everything ready.
Trail Alpha Lima India 9810 ready to copy.
We're watching our gauges here. Everything is in the green. Good start. Alright. We're gonna pitch up. So we're watching our pitch trim right here. We're gonna pitch up for 6 degrees. And then we're gonna put our flaps at 50%. Alright, we're gonna turn our oxygen and fresh air on.
Cleared to Lima Echo November Lima.
And then it's in parking brake, fuel quantity. That's because we got to do our initialization. So we'll go shift 3, go to our fuel, fob sync, confirm. That's not a lot of fuel. And they need to fix this. This is another bug too. We'll add some more fuel, sync it, confirm. Next, we'll put myself as 180. Go to the EFB and look at our passengers, 145 and 145 for their weights. So the co-pilot 145, and right behind the co-pilot is another passenger, another 145. We'll hit next. Our flight plan is in there. What's the runway height? This is VFR 3920. So we'll put 3920 here. Enter, enter. Next. Required takeoff distance. I don't know if that's what's supposed to go here, but we're gonna put it 1774. So we'll go back to 3 and put 1774. Enter. And accept. Alright, we're gonna change the screen to the map. Put the map in there, full screen. And we're gonna put our speed bugs on the screen so we can see our takeoff speed and climb rate and all that good stuff. And for some reason, this one doesn't want to show up. Did we just freeze? There we go. Alright. We'll set our altitude, our cruise altitude. Cruise altitude, for some reason, is only 7,000 feet. We'll go a little higher than that. The runway is only at about 4,000 feet. There's no need to fly 3,000 feet above the runway, so we'll probably go flight level 150. We'll go flight level 150. We'll send that to ATC and the avionics. And we'll change this to flight level 150 or 15,000 feet. 15,000 feet, we'll put it in flight level change mode. And let's request our taxi clearance.
Ground, Trail Alpha Lima India 9810.
Before we do that, we're going to take these pins off of the parachute and the emergency exit.
Taxiing, hold short runway 175 taxiway
Alright,
Delta 2
let's go ahead and taxi.
Trail Alpha Lima India 9810.
Parking brake is off. And let's taxi.
All passengers, on behalf of our airline personnel, we would like to welcome you on board flight AirLine 9810 bound for Cabrejas del Pinar. Our flight time will be 49 minutes. We expect an on-time departure, and we're currently ready for takeoff. I will keep you informed of any key updates as we go through the flight. Thank you.
Get a little outside view. Test our flight controls. Flight controls are free and clear. Rudders are working. It's a long taxi route. But we gotta go to the end of the runway, so it's okay. We'll set our auto throttle when we get on the runway, and we'll turn on our Pro B and all our other heats. Right now it is 55 degrees outside, so it's not too cold. But we are climbing to flight level 150, 15,000 feet, so we will put on our engine heat and everything else. I'm trying to do this quick without getting any dings or anything from my speed or anything else. Almost at the end of the taxiway. Alright, let's go ahead and stop here. Try to be easy on the brakes. And request takeoff.
Tower, Trail, Alpha Lima.
Before we
India,
request
Niner
takeoff,
810
before we get to the runway,
17
we're going to turn on our Pro P,
IFR to Lima,
our wing
Echo.
de-ice, and engine de-ice.
Trail Alpha Lima India Niner 810.
Once we get on the runway, then we'll turn on our auto throttle.
Clear for takeoff runway 17.
Clear for takeoff, runway 17.
Clear for
We're gonna look
takeoff.
left, no
runway
incoming
17.
traffic.
Trail Alpha Lima India Niner 810. To all passengers, to prepare for takeoff,
We
please
got no
ensure your
incoming
seatbelt
traffic.
is fastened tightly. Your seat is in the upright position,
No
and your
outbound
tray
traffic.
table is securely stored. Thank you,
Slow
and get ready for a
down.
wonderful flight.
Just turn right onto the runway. Alright. Stop here. Alright, we're gonna turn our heading to the current heading, and we're gonna arm that. Autopilot is not on, so it's not gonna do anything. And then we're gonna turn our auto throttle on, so that takeoff power can be set. We're looking at our engine instruments right here, making sure everything stays in the green while we host the brakes. We got full power, takeoff power is set 100, and we got all the instruments in the green. Takeoff speed is 85 knots. So we're looking for 85 knots. That's V1, let's rotate. Positive rate, gear up. We'll pitch down for speed. And above 115, then we'll bring the flaps in.
Trail Alpha Lima India Niner 810. Contact Madrid Center on 118.275.
Flaps coming up.
Good day.
118.275 for Trail.
We can
Alpha
actually
Lima
arm the
India
autopilot now,
Niner
so we'll
810.
hand fly it for a second.
Madrid Center, Trail Alpha Lima India Niner 810 is passing 2,300, climbing 8,000.
Trying to climb at 165 knots. So we're at 170 now. Try to bring that airspeed down. We got a little wind. just didn't pick up this
Own
waypoint.
navigation, climb and maintain 15,000.
It didn't pick up that
Lima,
waypoint.
India 908.
Tried to turn beforehand. It's okay. Okay, there it is. It picked up. You gotta watch these turns because these passengers on these VIP flights, they don't like these steep turns. I think my workload is getting a little heavy, so we are gonna arm the autopilot. So we can focus on smoothing out the flight. Put heading mode on so we can stop the roll. And we'll go back towards our flight plan now. Trying to intercept this magenta line here, and we're looking at the map over here. We don't pay attention to this map too much, it's really these two. Turn to the right a little bit more. And we'll turn on nav mode. So as we get closer to that magenta line, it'll capture and it'll automatically switch over to GPS mode. Thanks, Jamie. Appreciate it, man. Enjoy your night. We are flying the Cirrus Vision Jet. If you just got in here, in career mode, and this is our ground to get the Cessna Caravan. This is Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Go to shift 3 so we can look down at our instruments. Yeah, we're climbing to 15,000. We're going to set our barometer to 29.92. This one thing that's not that accurate in here, I don't think. I try to keep up with it, but I mess up a lot. And we're coming up on 15,000. So we should. And I'm actually going to set a speed restriction for 245 knots. We want to be below 245. Don't want to overspeed this aircraft. Trying to avoid any sort of penalties. 15,000 feet, but for some reason our mission did not check off. It's not registering we're at 15,000. Let's climb a little higher than 15,000, see if that does it. There it is. See, that's what I mean. It's like little things, little bugs. We'll go back down to 15,000. Because I don't want ATC to say anything.
Captain today. First, I'd like to welcome everyone on behalf of Airbus on the flight via line 9810. We are currently cruising at an altitude of 15,200 feet and an airspeed of 250 knots. It's 10:24 a.m. and are expected to land in Courageous Del Pinar approximately at 12:48 p.m. local time. Current temperature of 68 degrees Fahrenheit. If the weather cooperates, we should get a great.
Try to get you guys a view.
I'll update you before we reach our destination. Until then, sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of the flight.
Try to set up another camera here. I'm trying to set up another camera for now. Alright, we at cruising altitude. We still got a little bit of ways to go. I'm gonna set up another camera here in a second, and then we'll start planning for our descent. Alright, let's start planning our descent. My bad, y'all. I was trying to get another camera angle set up, but it wasn't working. We're gonna plan for 4,400 in our autopilot. We'll put 4,400 in there. We'll turn on vertical navigation. Still haven't calculated our top of descent yet, probably because we don't have our altitude stuff in there for whatever reason. Don't know why they didn't copy over. So inset. On our way to inset. We can be at 15,000 for all of these until we get to Dago. So we'll put 15,000 for all of these. Enter.
Vertical check.
There's no way it should be descending already. Yeah, that's a mistake. It shouldn't be descending. Okay. Yeah, that was from crazy. It be doing that sometimes. And my dog just walked in and let all of the horse. Now in Vigo, it's going to be 12,000 feet. And you see top of descent started calculating. And then the runway is at 3920. And for that, we want to be at or above 3920. But we're going to be hand flying it by then anyway, so it doesn't matter. We'll put our minimum safe altitude at 4,000 feet. So at 4,000 feet, we'll initiate a go around. Alright. We are looking good. Let's go ahead and speed this up till we get to our top descent. So we're just going to use the shortcut for the flight sim increase, and we're going to increase it to 16. We're going to multiply times 16. Just listen out for a radio call. See if they call us on radio. So in 15 minutes, we'll hit on top of the descent. Just to get a view of what it looks like. This is why I don't like doing sim rate, because when you speed up the sim like this, for some reason it can't make turns. Like it'll take forever to maintain this magenta line. So we'll slow down for this turn. Well, it'll catch up. Look how far outside the line it went. It's crazy. Sim rate again. It's my OCD, man. I don't like how it's swaying left and right. Alright, we're about to hit our top of descent. We should hear vertical track in a second. We're about a minute out.
Vertical track.
There we go.
Trail Alpha Lima India 90810. You cancel IFR. Continue EFR to your destination.
Perfect. I canceled my IFR. That's good. So we're flying right here to our pattern entry.
Alpha Lima India 90810 will let me cancel IFR.
So as we get closer to pattern entry, okay, they want me to squawk 7,000. Let's see if it does it by itself. It might switch by itself. See, this is a glitch. Now it's going through all the waypoints I already went through. Last time it did this, I landed and it didn't update. Fly to pattern entry. Okay. And they didn't even have me repeat the squawk. So we're going to squawk 7,000 because that's what he told us to. I don't think it matters in the flight sim, but it's okay. And as we flying an actual approach, the VFR approach. Wow, this is crazy. I don't think we're gonna do this crazy right turn and come back around. I think we're just gonna fly straight in to TR, that turn point, whatever this stands for. I don't know what it stands for. We'll make a left-hand turn on the downwind leg and then another left-hand turn on base, and then we'll go in for final. We're not gonna do all that. Right now we are flying. Oh, we're almost there. We'll be at 53, so we'll actually stop the autopilot. We'll do an altitude hold at 5,300 feet. So let's increase this to 5,300. And we'll have the autopilot stop descending there. And what we're actually going to do, we want to go direct to that point. It's kind of too far to tell right now. I want to make sure we're going direct to that point, TRDP or whatever, 1. TRDP 1. I want to go direct there. So let's zoom in again. We can't really tell. But what we'll do, we'll synchronize this heading. We're going to turn navigation mode off and put heading mode on. And we'll just keep going straight. As we get closer to the pattern entry, we'll slow our speed. Once we're within 5 miles, we'll slow our speed. Alright, let's go ahead and slow our speed now. We'll actually just turn auto throttle completely off. And we'll slow our speed manually. Auto throttle is off. We are going to switch our heading a little bit. I think we might be good. Still can't tell. I think we got to go to the left just a little bit. We'll go over like 2 degrees. And we'll bring our throttle back. We want to be under 150 knots, and then we'll bring the gear down. We'll bring the flaps down first.
Trail
Gear
Alpha
down.
Lima India 90810 for miles southwest. 5300.
And we're basically about to fly directly over
Lima Echo November.
the airfield. Alright, we're headed straight where we want to be. We're going to make a right hand or a left hand turn right here at TRDP 1. We want to be at 5,300 feet, and then we're going to start our descent. So gears coming down, we're under 150, and we'll do one notch of flaps. And we'll actually turn our autopilot off and we'll hand flyer it. We don't really need to be looking at our autopilot, but I am going to hit shift 1 to turn on these landing lights. Okay, I did it already. Watch our speed. The runway is off to our right. It's kind of below us, so we can't see it.
Lima Echo November Lima traffic. Trail Alpha
Let me
Lima
just kinda
India
make this left-hand
9810
turn.
is our final. Runway 10
Just nice and
to
easy.
land. Lima Echo November Lima.
Don't want to scare the passengers. Put a little bit more throttle in it. Try to gain a little bit more altitude. That was a very sharp turn. We got a little bit of rain. Yeah, we're a little off. We're gonna have to make this turn a little sharper. We'll also start descending. Looks like this may be a grass runway, maybe? Oh, it's to the left. Okay, we see. So let's start our descent. We'll pull them all the way back and go full flaps. We got the runway in sight.
Shake rate.
I hear you, lady.
Pull up.
I hear you, lady.
Pull up.
Give me a
Pull up.
second.
Pull up. Pull up.
Terrible approach.
Pull up.
We're trying to land at 91 knots.
Minimums. Minimums.
Throttle back. Terrible landing, man. Come on, baby. I'm glad we got good brakes. We're gonna have to get our brakes checked after this. We gotta get our brakes checked after that. Let's go bring our flaps up. Alright. We gotta taxi all the way back to the end. This would be terrible. If I really was a pilot, that would have been a terrible landing. Y'all gotta excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. Taxi to the end of the runway. That was a terrible landing. I don't do good on camera, because I promise you, when I'm off camera, my landings be kind of decent. They be smooth. But that last minute, I was having a hard time finding that runway. Maybe I should have flew the full pattern, because I wasn't coming in at the right angle. We can speed a little bit on this runway. There ain't no speed limit on the runway. They like us to keep it under 35 on the taxiways. We're under 30 on the taxiways. And there's our whole short. So let's slow her down. parking is right here. I don't even see where we gotta stop and request taxi to parking. This is what I hate. I'm not right up on the line, so it's not gonna register. Like, it's like little bucks. Where's the parking stand? Parking stand is to our left. Try to hurry up and finish this mission. Brake set. Turn all this off. Turn off our Gen 1. Turn off the engine. I know it's not the right way to do it. I'm sorry, I'm not a pilot. It's all fun. I gotta get better at them turboprops. Still got an A. We got an S. What? We oversped? I don't remember. I wasn't paying attention. I didn't know we went over speed. I didn't know we oversped the aircraft. So okay, that was a terrible landing, and they still gave us. But we got 224. $3.7 million, y'all. I think one more flight and we can go get that Cessna Caravan. I think we almost there. That's what we grinding for. We grinding for the Cessna Caravan. This is actually the wrong company. Let's go to our other company. Buy aircraft. We grinding for this Cessna Caravan. This is what we grinding for right here. This one is 3.5 million, and I think we got to make 250,000 in repairs. That comes out to like 3.8 million. That's like 3.8 million. Yeah, it's gonna be like 3,820,000, something like that. So we really only about 110,000 shy, and we gonna go bankrupt for that because we could always sell a Cessna. We're not going to, but we could sell our Cessna. But technically, we probably gonna need more than that because we probably need to make some repairs to our planes. It's been a while since I checked them. They've flown for a couple of hours. Like this one. Yeah, I've flown them for 4 hours and I haven't done a check, and I did do a hard landing, so we probably finna have to spend $6,500 plus another $1,300, so that's about $8,000 or $8,700 to check this thing out. I told you I did a hard landing gear, so we gotta spend $12,000 on this, and then we gonna wash it, make it look all pretty. We gotta do the same to this. We got AI aircraft flying this 4 hours. We gotta spend $3,500. The electrical system, God, $26,000, y'all. What the fuck? This motherfucker might have to wait. Damn. The fuck was he doing in that plane, man? And let's go to our other aircraft. I hope this one don't need $26,000 worth of maintenance. This one need 10. What? Everything's good. Yeah, we not doing that. Everything's good. We're not about to spend no unnecessary money. We got 3.65 mil. We gonna need like 3.85 mil. So gotta find a mission. We need $200,000. So we gotta find a $200,000 mission in order to get our Grand Caravan. That's how much we need to get paid.